or visit dmh.lacounty.gov.
It's Andre here. Back to school is here, and time to get back into our routines and back to packing those lunches. At Superior Grocers, we got everything you need to keep those lunch boxes fresh and fun. From crisp fruits and veggies to soft, freshly baked bread to make every sandwich better, we've got you covered. Need a little something sweet? Toss in a cookie or pan dulce for lunchtime smile. Make your mornings easier and your shopping smarter. Download the Superior Grocers app for weekly ads and the latest in deals. Superior Grocers. Quality, variety, and value.
This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
It's the Dodgers and the Blue Jays on this Friday night. Kobe Bryant bobblehead night on this August 8th. First pitch is 7:10.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Max Scherzer in his blue eye and brown eye, 2-1 with a 4.39 ERA. 41-year-old right-hander in his 18th season now in the big leagues. His first with the Blue Jays. You, of course, remember he was a Dodger for a few months in 2021. The end of the season, the playoffs, that was the year the Dodgers were eliminated by the Braves in the NLCS. He's been hurt this season, made one start, then missed almost 3 months with a thumb injury that didn't allow him to grip the baseball. He's back, making his 9th start of the season. Last time out, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts in a win over the Royals, making his 17th career start against the Dodgers. He last faced him on July 16th, 2023 at Citi Field as a member of the Mets, throwing 7 shutout innings while striking out 6. He last made a start at Dodger Stadium in 2023. He's got a 2.39 ERA against the Dodgers, his lowest against any single opponent in baseball. Clayton Kershaw on the mound, 5-2 with a 3.29 ERA. The 37-year-old left-hander now in his 18th season in the big leagues, all with the Dodgers, making his 14th start this year. Last time out, 6 shutout innings, 5 strikeouts in a win over the Tampa Bay Rays. His 3rd career start against the Blue Jays. He's 2-0 with a 3.46 ERA and 16 strikeouts. Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer facing off for just the 2nd time ever in the regular season. 18 years after they were rookies in baseball, and here they are tonight going for the Dodgers and the Blue Jays as we are 15 minutes away from first pitch. Keys to the game are next. I'm Tim Cates, and this is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
LA's best sports talk.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Get ready for the best summer day in LA with Universal Mega Movie Summer at Universal Studios Hollywood. Because there's something in the water. Something from the past. There's something behind you. Don't miss the all-new Universal Mega Movie Summer, starting June 13th through August 10th. Visit UniversalStudiosHollywood.com for details.
The 2025 Ford F-150, California's best-selling truck brand.
Now is the time to get into that Ford you've been eyeing with Ford's summer sales event. Go see your local Southern California Ford dealers and get the hottest deals with 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles.
From the F-150 or F-150 electric to the Mustang Mach-E, whatever model you've been looking at is ready for you.
Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 24 months. Go to buyfordnow.com for details.
Hi, I'm
Dog Chow.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
Hey, it's Alertus Gurriel Dawn.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newt Bar fan.
What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah. And then just shot putting it. Not blocking, there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
About some keys for the Dodgers in this one to try and kick this series off on the right foot. What are they?
I think it's for both sides. I think it's the off-speed pitch, the breaking ball in particular. With Kershaw, we talked so much about the slider. Well, the last 3 years, he's thrown the slider just over 40% of the time. And for Kershaw, coming off of a very good outing, he's making his 443rd start. He understands exactly what it takes. And on the flip side, over the last couple of starts, the numbers 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the opposing lineup to a below a 100 average. Both of these guys understand how to pitch, and I use the term a lot about they read the good pitchers, read swings exceptionally well. These guys are the top of the class in doing that.
Oh, Dave Roberts talked about that pregame, how these are two of the more intense competitors that Major League Baseball has ever seen. Now, Max Scherzer a little bit more out there and exuberant with that intensity. He's somewhat scary on start days, but make no mistake, Clayton Kershaw, he's cut from the same cloth. And, Max Scherzer, you talk about him, he's found his form the last couple of turns. He's 16 strikeouts his last 2 starts, 0 walks. Now, for Clayton Kershaw, he's facing a Blue Jays offense that has been the best unit really going back toward the beginning of June. And they swing a lot, they chase a lot, but they don't whiff a lot. I think it's a really fascinating unit, and that makes it a huge challenge for pitchers.
They put the ball in play, and I'm glad you brought it up. They put the ball into play a lot, and for the Dodgers, they have not been as selective. If we look at the last month, they have not been as selective as we normally see a real good Dodger offense.
And again, something we talked about earlier, Tim, I think it's the biggest thing. Mo mentioned it. We have not seen the urgency and the intensity from the Dodgers. And look, that is natural on the heels of winning a World Series. That is natural with all the veterans that they have on the roster who have been there before. But the lead in the division down to 2 games. This could be a World Series preview. The Toronto Blue Jays, the best team in the American League. Hopefully that brings out the best in L.A.
All right. Network.
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Living out their dream. They've added even more. Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers.
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers.
The
home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
National League West Division champion.
10,000 hours.
There are still more steps to take.
Get to stepping.
So go ahead and give us the flowers.
Just getting started.
Gotta know by now it's way more than luck.
This team has continued to pour resources into the roster.
All eyes on us.
Welcome to world champion LA Dodgers baseball.
Always remember what it felt like to be part of the best damn baseball team in the world.
In the world.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
They wear the crown.
All eyes on us.
Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Budweiser.
This Bud's for you.
Galpin Motors.
Family owned and operated since 1946.
LA County Public Works.
Recycling beverage containers is a triple play.
Children's Hospital LA.
From colds to cancer, we got this.
Coffee Hot Dogs.
A SoCal treasure. Local. Original. Great.
And by Daniel's Jewelers.
Making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Stick around because first pitch is next. Right here on the world champion LA Dodgers Audio Network. Play ball!
We want to remind you that every time the Dodgers win, Cars for Kids wins because we're making a donation. And you should too. Donate that old car to Cars for Kids now. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today, and they'll pick up your car as soon as tomorrow. It's the quickest, easiest way to get rid of your unused vehicle. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.org. That's 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.org. Remember, that's Cars with a K.
Welcome back to Talking Snack Radio. Big news, Bob.
Let's hear it.
When the Dodgers steal a base, fans get a free AM/PM hot dog and 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola with the AM/PM app.
That's right, Mike. This is a real game changer.
More like a life changer.
Hello.
This is the MVP of promos.
Better start carrying my mustard bottle around.
Slide into free snacks with the official convenience store of the Dodgers. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Only 1,000 deals available per game on the AM/PM app for 24 hours through September 28th. Only at participating AM/PM stores while supplies last.
Every Dodgers legend started out as a rookie, but they went on to become the best in baseball. They left behind a legacy of determination, skill, and love of the game. With the right retirement game plan, you too can leave a legacy. From saving early on to having income during retirement, Security Benefit can help you save for your future and leave a legacy for those you love. Security Benefit, proud sponsor of the LA Dodgers.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA with unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
You have a meddling owner, and Micah's got a holdout. One of the reasons this is an easier job is Dak Prescott. Dak is the Honda Civic of this league. His floor is very high. You don't have to worry about silliness. He's an excellent leader, high IQ, EQ. It matters. It's a loud, aggressive sports market, and Dak fundamentally is a complete grown-up.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 9 a.m. on AM 570 LA Sports.
LA County has seen its share of devastation this year, testing the strength of our communities. I'm Dave Roberts, manager of LA's favorite ball club. In LA, we don't give up, we rebuild. And I love a strong comeback story. Our residents heard the call and stepped up in remarkable ways. We'll stand shoulder to shoulder to rebuild. And we're not finished. Water for LA is more than pipes and pumps. It's about protecting what we love, our homes, our health, and our environment. Learn more at waterforla.com.
At the crack of a bat, crack open a Bud. Budweiser is the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. There's no better way to celebrate a home run than an ice-cold Bud. Stock up the fridge because it's time to play ball. Baseball fans, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Fans expect to in every season, but imagine winning the championship 29 seasons in a row. Galpin Ford did that, being the #1 volume Ford dealer in the world for 29 years, led by the Bachman family as the largest family-owned and operated dealer group in Southern California. Galpin has been part of the community since 1946, offering great deals, great service with great people. In addition to Ford, Galpin's winning heritage includes Mazda, Honda, Volkswagen, Porsche, Land Rover, Aston Martin, Jaguar, Lincoln, Volvo, Polestar, and Lotus. Part of the Galpin story. It starts at Galpin.com.
Let's go to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
And now your voices of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Steven Nelson.
Live from Dodger Stadium, it's time for Dodger Baseball as your world champion. Los Angeles Dodgers entertain the first place Toronto Blue Jays, who lead the American League Eastern Division. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Steven Nelson and with producer engineer Dwayne McDonald. Well, the weatherman has dialed up an absolutely glorious evening. A little gentle breeze blowing from left to right. The American flag on the left flagpole and the Canadian flag flying on the right flagpole. So this is a monumental ball game when you look at the 2 starting pitchers, both headed to the Hall of Fame when their brilliant careers are done with. Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers, and it's Max Scherzer on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays. Quickly, here's the Dodger lineup. Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter. Mookie Betts will bat second, play at shortstop. Freddie Freeman is at first, doing the catching. Will Smith. Max Muncy at third base. Teoscar Hernandez starting in right. In left is Michael Conforto. Andy Pages is in center. And for Alex Freeland, gets the call at second base. The umpiring assignment, John Lipka will work the plate. He'll call the balls and strikes tonight. G.J. Rayburn is at first. Sean Barber umpiring at second. And the crew chief, James Poy, is over at third base. We'll join you again tomorrow and a little bit earlier. In fact, 5 o'clock for the Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 6:10, and Blake Snell will be delivering that pitch for the Dodgers. 2 first-place teams. The Dodgers lead the National League West. Toronto leads the American League East. All set to go. Happy to have you with us. Having to play. Here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. It is a spectacular and special Friday night at Blue Heaven on Earth. 2 first-place teams. 2 future first-ballot Hall of Famers. 2 future first-ballot Hall of Famers. The first of which, Clayton Kershaw's first pitch of the game. Misses up and away, ball 1. And the Dodgers and Blue Jays are underway on schedule. 7:10, 78 degrees. Tonight's Time and Temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Swinging a foul ball back, and the count levels out for Kershaw against the Blue Jays leadoff hitter, the left fielder Davis Schneider. Toronto enters this series as the hottest team in baseball, perhaps, but absolutely the best team in the American League, 68-48. Schneider waves and misses on a Kershaw curve. Advantage to the Dodgers left-hander, 1-2.
That's a good sign. First batter, the curveball's there. The last couple of outings, he's had difficulty just trying to find the curveball in the rhythm.
Ball and 2 strikes, the pitch. Tap foul, dribbles toward the backstop, bounces off the net, and Schneider will stay in there for 1 more. This is the 14th start of the season for Kershaw. The last time we saw him was the series opener in Tampa against the Rays. 6 scoreless innings, 5 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Buried a slider down and in, and a strikeout begins the night for Kershaw.
Well, the Blue Jays are a team that, first of all, they have the highest batting average of any team in baseball, 270. They also do not expand the strike zone a great deal, but went fishing for that slider down and off the plate there.
And that is a really encouraging sign, because this is an offense in Toronto that has the lowest K percentage in baseball. First pitch popped up beyond second base. Freeland about 15 feet onto the grass. Retrieves out number 2. 2 outs for Kershaw in the first 6 pitches. Well, now the level of difficulty ratchets up several notches. The all-star slugger Vladimir Guerrero Jr., son of a Hall of Famer and Vlad Guerrero Sr. Kershaw into his windup. The first pitch is taken by Guerrero on the inside corner. A fastball at 89 from Kershaw, strike one. Guerrero enters the series batting .296 on the year, an OPS of .879. Swings and chops one foul on the third base side. And Mo, he is such a special hitter that when you hear those numbers, they're down for Guerrero Jr., .296 and .879.
Well, since the All-Star break, all he's doing is hitting at .378.
The 0-2 from Kershaw. It's a curve that bounces off the plate. A ball and two strikes.
So this is really a remarkable team when you start to look at Toronto turning things around. Last year, they were last in the American League Eastern Division. They were 74-88, and here they are. They start with a 4-game lead in front of Boston.
Kershaw's 1-2 pitch. Guerrero takes up and away, ball two. And this year, they were 26-28 through May 27th, a couple games under, but they are 42-20 since. On a 2-2 pitch, Guerrero watches, called strike three. Slider at the knees. Guerrero is hot in front of the plate. Has a quick 1-2-3 inning for Kershaw with bookending strikeouts. Now Max Scherzer takes the ball. He'll face Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman when we come back.
I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
CHLA, the #1 hospital in California and ranked in the top 10 nationally for kids. Learn more today at chla.org.
Shohei Ohtani's first at bat brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. It's Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, the first three scheduled to face old friend Max Scherzer. Future Hall of Famer making his 9th start of the season, his first in Toronto. Comes into it 2-1, a record of 2-1, and the ERA of 4.39. His first pitch, a fastball inside, ball one on Ohtani. Shohei hit a home run on Wednesday. Had quietly gone 9 games without one. The 1-0 pitch from Scherzer. Ohtani takes a strike, and the count is even. That wasn't the only thing he did on Wednesday. 4 strong innings, 8 strikeouts. He looked like an ace. A ball and a strike, no score. The pitch. Ohtani blisters the ball to the right center field gap. Hustling over his Varsho, he cuts it off on a backhand, and he gets it in quickly to hold Ohtani to a leadoff base hit. Nice play by Varsho to prevent an extra base hit, but still a leadoff hit for Ohtani.
Yeah, and the top of the order, really trying to get going. In fact, this Dodger ball club offensively trying to kickstart it. They have been a little dormant if you really looked, not only since the All-Star break, even before the break.
Here's Mookie Betts. He had a 5-game hit drought for the first time in his big league career. But the last 2 games, he's 4 for 8 with a couple of doubles. First pitch from Scherzer. Betts takes a strike. A fastball down the middle at 94. Ohtani on first. Nobody out. Bottom of the first inning. The Dodgers and Blue Jays just underway. We are scoreless because Clayton Kershaw had an efficient first inning. On this 0-1 from Scherzer. Betts with a line drive into left center field, a knock. Station to station goes Ohtani. Back-to-back hits for the Dodgers to start against Scherzer.
The Dodgers had some difficulty with runners in scoring position on the recently completed road trip. But really, over the last 12 games, they started to ramp things up, hitting over 300 in these spots.
First and second, nobody out for the hottest Dodger, Freddie Freeman. 3 for 5 on Wednesday to give him his third 3-hit ball game in his last 8 games played. Dodgers trying to get after Scherzer early. The pitch inside on Freeman. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise in treatment. U.S. News and World Report is once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. If you want to learn more, go to chla.org. Scherzer out of the stretch, third base side of the rubber, peeks back at Ohtani on second, comes home to Freeman, and misses up and in again. 2 balls and no strikes. The throw from Kirk, the catcher, nearly gets away from Scherzer. He has to hop off the right side of the mound to retrieve it.
Clement, the second base, was not playing deep. He's playing about 3/4 of the way back. The infield is a little bit to pull, and there's a big gap in left center.
2 on, nobody out. The 2-0 pitch. Freeman takes low. Ball 3. Well, Max Scherzer came into tonight seemingly having found it his last couple of starts. 13 innings against the Royals and Tigers, 16 strikeouts and no walks. His 3-0 to Freeman. Freddie is a spectator all the way, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Scherzer just clipped the edge with 95. Ohtani and then Betts with 2 line drives off of Scherzer to start the game. So a chance with runners in scoring position for Freeman. Here comes the 3-1 from Scherzer. Nope, he kicks and then steps off the back of the mound. Scherzer's time in Dodger blue was brief in 2021, but he was electric. Now he's back as a Blue Jay. The 3-1. Both runners go. Freddie swings and slices one foul on the third base side. But how about that, Mo? We've seen the Dodgers try to manufacture.
And heads up by Ohtani, figuring that, okay, fine. If you're going to bluff the pickoff on the preceding pitch, I doubt if you'll do it 2 times in a row. And if that ball's not fouled off, it's a double steal.
So the runners reset, and the count is now full. The payoff pitch. Freeman rolls one foul on the first base side to stay alive.
Scherzer normally does a pretty good job in stopping base runners. There have been 6 attempts this year. 4 of them have been successful. But Ohtani had that one dialed in. He would have had that stolen base of third base easily.
I like to see that from the Dodger offense on the bases. Ohtani and Mookie both getting aggressive. Let's see what they do here. Another 3-2 coming to Freeman. First and second, nobody out. The payoff. Slash foul into the net next to the Dodgers on deck circle. So Freddie now battling at a full count. Got a piece of a fastball at 96 from Scherzer.
Dodgers in that St. Louis series 7 for 28 with runners in scoring position.
We got time called by the home plate umpire John Lipka. Resets the pitch clock. And Mo, it is early. We're 3 batters in, but it does not look like the Dodgers are being fooled much by Scherzer. This is going to be the 8th pitch to Freddie Freeman. Another 3-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So that is the first whiff from Scherzer tonight, and it produces his first out, a K of Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, and that came on the slider very quickly. If we look at the last couple of games by Scherzer also, he threw a very high percentage of off-speed pitches. Over 50% of his pitches had been off-speed.
In steps Will Smith. Still first and second, now 1 out. No score in the bottom of the first. Smith has cooled off relative to his hot and consistent season. He is 2 for 14 in the month of August. Scherzer deals. Smith swings and belts the ball high in the air to left field. Going back toward the wall is Schneider. He is at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch right as he crashes into the cage of the Dodger pen. A spectacular play by Davis Schneider for out number 2. Ohtani did tag from second to third on the play, but Will Smith just missed a 3-run homer.
Boy, that is such a critical catch. Right up against the bullpen fences and against the gates. Perfect timing, makes the leap. If he doesn't come down with that ball, at least one run would score.
That's the save of the game already, brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye grass and hello rebates. Visit BeWaterWise.com.
But the point that you bring up is, to this particular point, the only swing and miss has been with Freeman, and that was on the 3-2 slider. Dodgers have been on just about everything to this point, early going.
At the corners, now 2 outs, scoreless in the first. Max Muncy digs in. Scherzer's first pitch. Inside, ball 1. Well, Max Muncy had himself a week on Tuesday night. 4 for 5, a couple of homers, drove in 4 in his second game off the injured list. A 1-0 pitch. It flutters away, ball 2. Ohtani and Betts with back-to-back singles to start this inning. They're at first and third, but there are 2 out. Muncy is batting .500 with runners in scoring position since the middle of May. On a 2-0, Muncy takes again. It's upstairs, ball 3.
Muncy in his career against Scherzer, 4 hits, 19 at bats, and one of those hits, a home run.
Three balls, no strikes. Scherzer comes home. Muncy takes outside, ball 4, and that will load the bases for Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar's got to be coming to home plate equipped to say, hey, look, we're going to have to do a better job against the slider. The slider has been his kryptonite, not just this year. And for Teoscar, he's 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts when he's faced Scherzer in the past.
Alejandro Kirk, the catcher, with a quick mound visit. It's brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Ohtani on third, Betts on second, Muncy on first.
I got the feeling, too, Stephen, is that Scherzer just did not want to pitch to Muncy, especially when he fell behind 2-0, knowing the history and the fact, is this going to be slider and a host of sliders against Hernandez here.
Now Teoscar will try and lock in. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the first. The pitch from Scherzer. It is outside, ball 1, a fastball at 95 to start. They are certainly going to try and work Hernandez away. That is the cold zone for Teo. He's got a chance to start the scoring in this series opener against the best team in the American League. The 20th pitch of the inning from Scherzer. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That's a fastball down the middle at 96. So perhaps Hernandez is looking slider based on his timing for that fastball.
Well, you can't look for it right here, but I'll be surprised if he doesn't get it.
A ball and a strike. With the bases loaded around him, Scherzer deals, and Hernandez swings through, strike 2. Again, tardy on a fastball at 96.
And again, right down the middle.
And he is a couple ticks late on those last 2 swings. So now, got a battle, 2-strike count. Scherzer's ahead 1-2. Ball in front of the face. He kicks and fires. Hernandez swings and rolls it foul on the third base side. Bounces into the Dodger dugout. That was the slider.
That was the slider.
I mean, if you're Max Scherzer, you saw those 2 swings. Would you challenge him again, 1-2?
Well, the history, as you look at the books, is that Hernandez has had difficulty sliders away in particular.
Bases loaded, 2 out. On a 1-2 pitch from Max Scherzer, Hernandez strikes out swinging, flailed at a slider, not even close. And so the Dodgers squander a first inning opportunity against Max Scherzer. They leave the bases loaded. After 1 full inning in LA, no score for the Dodgers or Jays.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that, it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better, but satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Dodgers baseball. And now we return to the Galvin Motors broadcast booth.
Bottom of the second inning, brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Clayton Kershaw deals, and Bo Bichette takes. Ball one, low and outside. No score for the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. And the first of three here at Dodger Stadium. And those two half innings couldn't have looked more different from a performance perspective among the starting pitchers, but they had the same result, a 0. Kershaw misses with ball 2. And he bounces back with a slider at the knees. Strike 1 to Bichette. Dodgers saw Kershaw pitch a 1-2-3 first with a couple of Ks, and then their offense left the bases loaded. 2-1, a little dribbler to first base side, and it squibbles underneath Freddie Freeman. That had some side spin. It's down the line, and it gives Bichette all the room he needs to take a leadoff double in the second standing up. I mean, that was a definition squibber to the first base side.
Scored as a double. So Bichette, who's been red hot to begin with, really red hot in his career on top of that.
I thought Freddie Freeman off the bat was going to get there. It was on the ground for the last 100 feet of the infield, but it had so much spin that it eluded the Dodger first baseman. So Bichette on second, the Blue Jays' first hit of the game against Kershaw. Now Alejandro Kirk. Strike 1 from Kershaw on the inside corner. That had an exit velocity of 56.3 miles per hour.
Yeah, it'd get run over on a freeway.
That's just scientific fact, Rick Monday. Kershaw out of the stretch. Gets a ground ball to the left side. Mookie over to his left. Picks it up at his waist. Sets his feet and throws to Freddie Freeman for the first out. Though it is a productive one. Kirk gets Bichette to third here in the second.
Well, the Blue Jays not only turned things around from last year. Again, they were in last place in the Eastern Division of the American League. But if you look through May 27th this year, they were actually 2 games below the 500 mark. But since May 28th, the very next day, they've gone 42-20.
Now Addison Barger with the infield in. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. A curveball that dove below the zone. Barger been a breakout performer for the Blue Jays this year. He's hitting .265, but slugging .506. He's got 25 doubles, 17 home runs. The 0-1 from Kershaw. Outside, 1-1.
That's a slider. And for Barger, you start to look at what he's done against lefties recently. He's just 2 for his last 23 on left-handed breaking pitches.
Barger, left-handed hitter, 6'2", 210. He doesn't play a ton against lefties because the splits suggest that he shouldn't. He takes strike 2. Another slider from Kershaw. This one at 85 miles per hour. Infield in. Bichette on third. 1 out in the top of the second. No score. Kershaw's 1-2 pitch to Barger. Lined on the ground into right field. A 2-strike RBI single for Barger, and the Blue Jays take an early lead. 1-0 Toronto. So you had a 56.3 mile per hour squibber bring around the first hit for Toronto, and then Bichette works his way home on a line drive on the ground with a 2-strike pitch.
Well, 2 strikes, and it's never good to hang a curveball, but especially with 2 strikes, and that's what happened.
So the Dodgers in an early 1-0 hole. Now runner on first, 1 out. Ty France takes a fastball upstairs, ball 1. Ty France, you just were talking about his name because he was a Minnesota Twin before the trade deadline, a Blue Jay after the deadline. He's 15, and this is now his 7th big league season. Chopper into the Dodger dugout, a ball and a strike.
France 6-game hitting streak. He's one of the 2 local guys. France out of Downey, and Stroh is batting the 9 spot, Garden Grove.
And France started at South Hills High School in West Covina, and then he played his college ball down south at San Diego State. Lined into left field by France. That drops in front of Conforto. Base hit. Barger to second. 2 on and 1 out for Toronto, trying to push this early 1-0 lead. The bottom half of the order producing the best swings against Kershaw after.
Yeah, and that was a splitter, and it didn't do much except get hit.
So back-to-back singles, now 3 hits in the inning for the Blue Jays, up on the Dodgers 1-0 and looking for more. Now the former D-back, Dalton Varsho, left-handed hitting center fielder, batting .222 this year, but he's 5 for his last 10 with 10 driven in the last 2 games. 10 of his 30 ribbies in the last 2 games. That's absurd. Ball 1 low from Kershaw. The Dodgers had the bases loaded in the first, and 2 outs, 4 batters later, they trail 1-0. Kershaw, glove above the head, drops it down to the chest. The 1-0 pitch. It's a wave and a miss. A fastball at 90. That split the plate. Upper half of the strike zone. Even 1-1 count on Varsho.
Well, Varsho's done a lot of producing. Only 28 games. He's knocked in 30.
Kershaw steps off the back of the mound, fakes a throw over to second, and he'll reset. So too will the pitch clock. Sun setting here at Dodger Stadium. Gorgeous Friday night, save for the scoreboard, which reads 1-0 Toronto. Top of the second, only 1 out, a 1-1 from Kershaw. Hooks outside, ball 2. Well, the Blue Jays coming off an historic sweep of the Colorado Rockies in Denver. They blew out Colorado in the finale yesterday, 20-1. 20 runs on 24 hits. Kershaw's 2-1 pitch. Varsho chops it to the first base side. It bounces foul, and that'll be strike 2. So they had the most runs scored on Wednesday in a single game since May of 2023. It's the 6th time in franchise history they've had at least 24 hits. But it was the 2nd time in that series they had at least 24 hits against Colorado.
For the Rockies, it's been miserable. They have been outscored by over 300 runs.
Oh.
And it ain't over yet.
Sadly, it's not.
Evidently, it was not Bud Black's fault.
That's a line drive foul to the net on the first base side. Stays 2-2 for Varsho. Batter with 2 outs, 2 on and 1 out in the second. 1-0 Blue Jays.
Heard from a mutual friend earlier today that Bud Black is much more relaxed now. Enjoying the sunrise.
Kershaw will try again, and that's belted into right field for a base hit. Stop sign held up for Barger, and now the Blue Jays have the bases loaded. Another 2-strike single against Clayton Kershaw. The 6, 7, and 8 spots of the order.
Yeah, and that was a breaking ball up in the strike zone, and that's not the place to be. In the first inning, Clayton Kershaw was right on the money. Ahead early in the count, the slider was working. He threw a good curveball, but here in the second inning, there's been a hanging curveball and a couple of pitches up and out over the plate. They've been hit hard.
He had an 11-pitch first inning. He is now up to 30 in the game, so you do the math. 19 in this second with only 1 out on the scoreboard. Now the bases are loaded for Toronto. The number 9 hitter, Miles Straw. And he is swinging a hot bat. The Blue Jays, again, the best team in the American League, not by accident. This offense has been an absolute wagon for a few months now, so it doesn't appear to be a fluke. Pitch. Strike 1. Slider catches the inside corner on the right-handed hitting Miles Straw.
Well, for Straw, left-handed pitcher, you better be throwing good breaking balls because he's hit .476 against left-handed breaking stuff.
And .291 against lefties overall. Kershaw's 0-1, swung on and fouled straight back in the net, strike 2. That was a high fastball, about a foot above the zone at 90 from Kershaw. This is a huge, huge pitch coming. 0-2 on the number 9 hitter Straw. Blue Jays with 4 hits in this inning. 2 of them have come in 2-strike counts, like the one Kershaw finds himself in again. Here's the 0-2. Straw. Line drive. Mookie Betts has it at second. He throws to second, and they double him off. It was a sinking line drive. Mookie was perfectly positioned, went down to his backhand side to get the first out, got it over to second for the final out. And the Blue Jays leave them loaded and take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the second.
AM 570.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Oh, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance, but it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked in, that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction. He just didn't know which way to go.
Dodgers trail Toronto 1-0. Back to the bottom of the second. Be the bottom of the order for the Dodgers, starting with Michael Conforto. Takes a first pitch strike from Scherzer, fastball at 93. Michael Conforto has seen Max Scherzer a lot, the most familiar Dodger against the veteran right-hander. The 0-1 pitch. It's at the knees, strike 2 call. He is 12 for 39 Conforto against Scherzer, a .308 batting average. 5 extra base hits, 4 home runs off a future Hall of Famer. Pretty good work. Scherzer's in front of Conforto, 0-2. Here is the pitch. That's a down and in, ball 1. Conforto was joking before the game. He's knowing Max in his pregame preparation, he knows that I've got him in the books. So he's probably got me circled several times. On a 1-2 pitch, Conforto with a flare to left field. It'll hang up for Schneider for the first out.
Well, for both of these pitchers, on the day they're pitching, don't even say hello. Not today. Just say hello twice tomorrow.
That's good advice.
Well, Dave Roberts was talking earlier. He says, when Scherzer was with the Dodgers, he said, I patted him on the back like the 3rd or 4th inning coming off the mound. And Scherzer basically told him, don't do that.
Yeah. Doc learned quickly.
Yeah.
Andy Pajes steps in. Bases empty. 1 gone in the second. 1-0 Toronto. Ball 1 low to Pajes.
Well, normally the starting pitchers are grouchy.
Max, especially on his start days.
And quite frankly, you want him that way.
His 1-0 pitch to Pajes. Swing and a foul ball, or maybe it just bounced out of the glove of Kirk. Either way, it's a strike, 1-1. Pajes is 3 for his last 9 with a couple of doubles in the last 2 games. Talked to him before Tuesday's game, and he felt like the swing was rounding into form. Had an RBI base hit in the finale against the Rays, and then a line drive that would have been extra bases if not for an excellent catch by Mangum in the final game against Tampa. Scherzer pulls ball 2 outside. And so now the results starting to fall a little bit for Pajes, who's been in a lengthy cold spell. 2 balls and a strike. Scherzer over the head, kicks and fires. Pajes swings and pops it up on the first base side. Guerrero drifting back, edge of the dirt, now onto the grass, squeezes out number 2. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It is a truck that's built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today because they make it easy. Well, the first inning against Scherzer, the Dodgers started with a bang. Back-to-back line drive base hits from Ohtani and Betts, first and second, nobody out. Ultimately, bases loaded, 2 outs, but they couldn't scratch home and run. Now the last of the order, Alex Freeland takes strike 1 just off the plate on the outside corner. Freeland, a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Scherzer. Here comes the 0-1. Freeland pulls the ball, but it's hooking foul on the right field side. Quickly 0-2. 6 hits in the first 6 big league games for Freeland. So, 286 batting average, on base percentage of 348. All 6 hits have been singles. And you've seen him bounce around the diamond. Played at third base and at second. Waiting on an 0-2. Here it is. Fastball away. Ball 1. Top of the order on deck, and Freeland get on for Ohtani. 1-0 Toronto in the second. Nobody on, 2 out. A 1-2 pitch. Freeland gets a piece of a fastball, fouls it into the net to stay in there.
Well, for Scherzer, he's 41 years of age. But you start to look at that fastball. He's at it at 95 and 96.
He'll try again. Another 1-2 to Freeland that tails outside. Well, it's been an injury-plagued couple of seasons for Scherzer. This year he's missed most of the campaign with a thumb injury. Again, just his 9th start as a Blue Jay. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Freeland on the ground to second. Routine play for Clement. Throws over to Guerrero. It is a 1-2-3 second. The Dodgers go down in order. So 2 full in the books at Dodger Stadium. It's Toronto 1 and the Dodgers nothing.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
A single of his own in the first, but neither of them were able to score. Dodgers left him loaded in the first. On the 0-1, Ohtani shoots it foul over the net to our left. Quickly 0-2 for Scherzer. Ohtani does have now a 7-game hitting streak to start the month of August. He's 10 for his last 23. 40th pitch from Scherzer, an 0-2. Ohtani rolls it to the right side. Scooped up off the dirt by Clement. There's out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. And I remind you, at AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce Slim Coca-Cola. So redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Mookie Betts is 1 for 1. Line drive base hit to left center field. Well struck baseball off Scherzer in the first. Back at it in the third. The Dodgers down a run. First pitch from Scherzer. High breaking ball. It's the top of the strike zone, called strike 1. So Betts now 5 for his last 9 with a walk. The 0-1. Mookie swings and fouls back, strike 2 into the net behind home plate. It was a fastball at 94. On Tuesday especially, Mo, the frustrations and the disappointment over the last few months, you saw it pouring out of Betts every time he got on base. On this 0-2, Mookie chops one over the head of Scherzer, who hits the deck on the mound. It's played cleanly and easily at second by Clement. That's out number 2.
Well, the frustration is really a motivation on top of it. It's a painful motivation. And for Betts, you're beginning to swing the bat better.
2 outs, bases empty in the third. Freddie Freeman the batter. Toronto 1, the Dodgers nothing. First of 3. The Dodgers hosting the Blue Jays. Freeman 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He was up 3 balls and no strikes on Scherzer in the first. He takes ball 1 here. 3-0 count, first and second, nobody out, and ultimately Freddie strikes out swinging on a slider from Scherzer. The 1-0 pitch. And Freddie slices a fly ball to left field. Routine for Schneider. Drifts in and makes the catch. So the top of the order goes down in order in the bottom of the third. Going to the fourth inning, the Dodgers trail Toronto 1-0.
Hey, it's Alertus Gurriel Dawn.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newt Bar fan. What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
And then just shot putting it. Block when there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Alongside Rick Monday and our producer and engineer Dwayne McDonald, Steven Nelson saying hello again from Dodger Stadium. Top of the fourth on tap here in L.A. Dodgers trail the Blue Jays 1-0. Clayton Kershaw to Alejandro Kirk. The catcher takes a strike. A slider called on the outside corner. What a battle this is. Clayton Edward Kershaw against Max Scherzer. Strike two, slice foul on the right field side. 0-2 for Kershaw against Kirk. They have faced each other before. The very first time, got to go back to September the 7th, 2008. The Arizona Diamondbacks were here at Dodger Stadium. Kershaw's 0-2 pitch is swung on and line to Max Muncy at third. That's out number one. This starting pitching matchup was scheduled to be a 44-year-old Randy Johnson against a 42-year-old Greg Maddux. So you get 294 wins against 354. Instead, Randy Johnson got scratched because the back started barking, and then the Dodgers pushed Mad Dog to the following day because the San Diego Padres were on the schedule. There's ball one outside on Addison Barger. So the D-backs go to a rookie, and the Dodgers do too. They go to Max Scherzer against Clayton Kershaw. Swing and a miss, strike one. Kershaw evens the count against Barger. So you come to the ballpark thinking you're going to see two surefire Hall of Famers. And you're, gosh, you got these two rookies. Little did everybody know those two rookies would be future surefire Hall of Famers. On the ground, a base hit in the center field for Barger. And Rick Monday, I tell the story on the air, but you don't need anybody to tell you the story because you were there.
Yeah, Charlie Steiner and I did the ball game. Charlie was here today. We did the pregame show together. By the way, both of those pitchers are no decision. Scherzer went 5 innings, 3 runs on 5 hits. Kershaw went 4 innings, 3 runs on 6 hits. Well, all Kershaw has done, this is career start number 443. For Scherzer, this is career start 465. So we're really going back early in their careers.
1 on, 1 out for Toronto. First pitch called, ball one low, just missed the bottom to Ty France.
By the way, the starting lineup for the Dodgers, Russell Martin is doing the catching, lead it off. Andre Ethier, Manny Ramirez, James Loney, Casey Blake, Matt Kemp, Blake DeWitt. Wow. Baroa was at shortstop.
It's hard to believe that's 17 years ago. Well, as the late great icon Vin Scully put it, First a 1-0 pitch from Kershaw to Ty France. On the ground to short, scooped up by Betts to second. Freeland makes the turn, and there is two. 6-4-3 twin killing to end the fourth inning for Clayton Kershaw. Still 1-0 Blue Jays in the middle of the fourth.
It never ends. Dodger coverage.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance, but it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction. He just didn't know which way to go.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
Your heart is thumping with the crazy. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Max Scherzer deals to Will Smith. A strike on the outer third, a fastball at 93. It's the first pitch to the bottom of the fourth inning here at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers trail Toronto 1-0. Scherzer brings the glove over the head, kicks and deals. It's in there for strike two. 93 from Scherzer. We've seen him up to 96, close to 97. Blue Jays with a run on 6 hits against Clayton Kershaw. The Dodgers with just 2 hits against Scherzer, and it was the first 2 batters of the game. Smith checks his swing. Blue Jays appeal down to first, and they lose said appeal. 1-2. You get the sense watching these 2 veteran starters, Mo, that they are ready for battle. They are locked in on a different level. The ultimate competitors, Kershaw against Scherzer here. On a 1-2 pitch, Smith hits the ball high in the air, right field. Calling for it is Straw. That's well in front of the warning track. A routine flyout, 1 away in the fourth.
Well, there's so many numbers in between these 2 pitchers, but we're probably seeing something tonight that may never be seen again. And that is the fact you've got 2 guys, okay, both, they're going to be headed to the Hall of Fame. 2 pitchers are 3,000 strikeouts. With the limited number, pitch counts, and innings now that baseball is going to protect their starting pitchers. How many pitchers will ever get to 3,000 strikeouts?
There's strike 1 from Scherzer to Muncy. 1 out, bases empty.
And the other part, talk about piggybacking. Scherzer was the 19th member of the 3,000 club, and Kershaw was the 20th.
His 0-1 pitch. Muncy swings and swats a fly ball left center field. Varsho hustling after it, calls for it, and makes the catch. 2 gone. We talked about it, Mo, in the lead up to Kershaw joining that club, becoming the 20th member all time. The 4th left-hander and just the 3rd to do it with 1 single team. We may never see that again. So let alone 2 starting the same game. Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, if we're going back, Scherzer and Kershaw, the 12th starting pitching matchup to face each other, with at least 17 years apart from their first face-off.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Teoscar Hernandez whiffs on a slider.
And Smoltz and Maddox, Wells and Moyer, Randy Johnson and Moyer, and Tanana and Blyleven. Separated by 17 years. First of all, to stay around that long is something else.
Another swing and a miss. Another slider from Scherzer to Teoscar Hernandez, who's already got a strikeout on his ledger tonight. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-0 Toronto. Hernandez asked for and is granted time. Well, the first inning, Scherzer used the fastball early to get in front of Hernandez. Here, a couple of sliders. So now an 0-2 pitch. On the ground, shortstop, stopped by Bichette. He spins and loses the ball, and Teoscar Hernandez is going to reach. An infield single and a 2-strike pitch from Scherzer keeps the 4th inning alive for LA.
Yeah, it sounded like it may have been a broken bat also. Folks, I want to remind you can stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. Plus, stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. So blackout and other restrictions apply. We encourage you to visit MLB.tv for more details.
2 outs, runner on first, the tying run. Teoscar Hernandez sharing a laugh with his good friend and former teammate Vlad Guerrero Jr. Michael Conforto now in the box for the Dodgers. The pitch. Misses up and away, ball 1. That infield single for Hernandez is the Dodgers' first hit since the second batter of the game. As Ohtani and Betts started with a couple of line drive singles, then nothing until that 2-out base hit here in the 4th by Teo. The 1-0 from Scherzer. Conforto watches again, up and away. Ball 2, this time with the hard stuff.
So, we're also at that point of the season where things are going to speed up in a hurry. There are 52 days left on the regular schedule. 47 games for the Dodgers.
Dodgers trail 1-0 in the 4th. The 2-0 pitch. Conforto watches a strike get called against him. That looked like ball 3. Breaking ball off the plate away. Scherzer with his resume gets the call.
Well, resume does not change the strike zone. Last time I checked the rule book.
Now a 2-1. Conforto slashes one foul in the air. Gets to the upper deck.
But I'll tell you what does help. You talk to pitchers and pitching coaches, even umpires, and particular umpires. If you're working a game with a guy that is around the strike zone all the time, get into a habit. You're going to get that borderline pitch more than the guy that, is like throwing darts while he's blindfolded.
Scherzer will lob a ball over to first. Teoscar Hernandez looks back. Like, you really think I'm a stolen base threat?
I think that's more to Scherzer. He just did not want to throw the pitch that he had kind of agreed to throw to begin with.
2 outs. Hernandez on first. Now a 2-2 pitch to Conforto. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty slider with some teeth down and in. So a strikeout ends the 4th inning with Teoscar Hernandez on first base. We go to the 5th at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers behind 1-0.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
DojarsRadio.com.
Toronto on top of the Dodgers 1-0. Top of the fifth inning, 8-9-1 due up for the Blue Jays against Clayton Kershaw. First pitch is a curve that drops on Varsho for strike one. Varsho 1 for 1 with a base hit. Kershaw's next pitch just misses at the bottom of the zone on the inside corner. 1-1. On the ground and through the right side, another base hit for Dalton Varsho, leading off the fifth.
The Blue Jays, we talked about in the pregame show, they do not swing and miss very often, and they resemble the Dodgers when the Dodgers are really operating on all cylinders. Is that they are very selective, and they put the ball into play.
They are aggressive, and they're good. And Straw flashes bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. A slider on the inside corner. He's shaking his head, but it was a surefire strike.
You know, and I think their aggressiveness is really is in part it's calculated aggression.
Swung on and chopped foul. Bounces off the front of the Dodger dugout. 2 strikes against Straw. He's 0 for 1. He had a chance with the bases loaded and 1 out in the second. Hit a line drive, but Mookie Betts to his backhand caught it for the first out. And then Ty France got doubled off second base. No outs. Runner on here. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gets Kershaw and out here in the fifth.
Well, friends, you can join the Dodgers on Salvadoran Heritage Night on the 26th of August. That's against the Cincinnati Reds. So enjoy vibrant pregame performances and claim an exclusive Salvadoran night jersey with a special ticket package that's available. Check it out. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Lineup turns back over. Third time through now for Kershaw. 1 on, 1 out. 1-0 ball game. Schneider rips a foul ball into the net on the third base side. Strike 1. Well, Schneider led off the game with a strikeout. The Blue Jays began 0 for 3. They are 7 for their last 14 against Kershaw. But the scoreboard still reads just 1-0. Schneider had a single in the third. Back at the plate in the fifth. The 0-1 from Kershaw misses outside. At recent meetings, we talk about if this might be the last meeting between 2 starting pitchers with at least 3,000 strikeouts.
Yep.
Hit high in the air, shallow center field. Pages will jog in and camp out before making the catch with out number 2. Well, the most recent meetings of such pitchers with 3,000 career Ks, September 6, 2023, Max Scherzer against Justin Verlander. But before that, got to go back to 2007. Roger Clemens against Curt Schilling. And then before that, 2006, Roger Clemens against Greg Maddux. What we are seeing here tonight is so incredibly special and rare. Again, you may never see it again. First pitch from Kershaw, a slider outside, ball 1 on Ernie Clement.
And the other part, too, is that these two guys may be the last starting pitchers when you start to, recirculate their career and look at it. Complete games.
2 outs, runner on first, 1-0 Toronto. Swung on and chopped foul, a 1-1 count. And Dwayne McDonald, our producer and engineer, just reminded us that it is something to look forward to. You already look forward to Dodgers-Giants as is, but Clayton Kershaw against Justin Verlander, that could be another opportunity.
Well, both teams will like to get there because that would be on the big stage, the World Series.
A 1-1. And Clement with a flare, shallow right field. Freeland going back. He reaches out, and he makes the catch. Alex Freeland, that is an absurd play in shallow right field. That had a blooper written all over it, and the rookie tracked it down. The Blue Jays strand a runner, and the Dodgers stayed down by just 1. 1-0 Blue Jays in the middle of the fifth.
Tim Cates here to tell you that shut me down like I went out of space. Now I gotta go back to the moon.
Andy Pages will be the leadoff Dodger in the home half of the fifth. 8-9-1 against Scherzer. The Dodgers trail Toronto 1-0. Strike one, hit foul. And the Lowe's level to our right. Strike one on Pages, who's 0 for 1. Alex Freeland just made a ridiculous running catch. Going back from second base, he turned on the Jetsmo to take away a bloop base hit from Ernie Clement.
Well, he never broke stride. Just an impossible because you're running out towards the right field fence and trying to look up behind you to follow the ball.
Scherzer misses the outside corners. Ball one, evening the count against Pages.
And then you've got to reach out, lean forward, which is kind of scary anyway, and somehow maintain his balance and held onto the baseball.
Freeland is in the on-deck circle here in the fifth. The 1-1 to Pages. Down the pipe, fastball at 94, 1-2. The Dodgers offense has been scoreless the last 9 innings, going back to the finale against the Cardinals. Dodgers dropping another series at home. It's been a weird stretch here in LA. Scherzer misses with a slider, 2-2. It's been bend but don't break for Clayton Kershaw. He's given up 7 hits with just 1 run. Now the Dodger offense trying to tie it on a 2-2. Pages takes in the dirt, ball 3, and now the count is full. Scherzer has the glove in front of his face. Now into his windup. The payoff pitch. Pages swings and slices the fly ball down the right field line. It is tailing toward the net. It will ramp off the net, and he'll see at least one more. Dodgers with 66 wins, the Blue Jays with 68. Toronto 4 games clear of the Boston Red Sox in the American League East. The Dodgers just 2 games in front of the San Diego Padres in the National League West. And wouldn't you know it, the Red Sox and Padres are playing a 3-game set at Petco Park. Another 3-2 coming to Pages. In the air, shallow left field. That'll bloop down for a leadoff base hit. Tying run on for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th.
By the way, that score down south does not impact this game. It'll impact the standings. Boston's out to an early lead in the 6th inning.
Walker Buehler starting that game for the Red Sox, too, against the Padres. So now we'll see if Alex Freeland can turn the incredible defense in the top of the 5th into some offense in the bottom of the 5th. 1 on, nobody out, 1-0 Toronto. The first pitch from Scherzer. Freeland takes a strike.
And Barger, the third baseman, in on the grass by about 10-15 feet. As that pitch is coming home, looking for the possibility of a bunt.
Freeland grounded out to second base his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. The 0-1 pitch with Pages running. Freeland swinging, pops it high in the air. Pages has to get back to first. He's just now seeing the ball. Guerrero makes the catch. He fires to first, and they will double off Andy Pages.
Yeah, he didn't pick up the coach right away. He slid in and then was trying to find the baseball. You have to look for the coach. They'll let you know if you need to get back.
He slid into second safely. The first thing you have to do is find the coach and figure out where the ball is. Andy Pages waited too long to do just that. And he has doubled off on a pop-up that was halfway between the batter's box and the Blue Jays on deck circle. 2 outs and the base is now empty. Shohei Ohtani, the batter. First pitch taken high, ball 1.
First thing you do, you don't know where the ball is, look for a coach. That's why they're out there.
70th pitch from Scherzer. A 1-0 to Ohtani. That's in there for a strike and an even count. And that it really continues the theme that we have seen from this Dodgers team over the last couple of months, Mo. They have not played clean baseball. No. I mean, that is fundamental stuff. 2 outs, nobody on. A 1-1 makes Ohtani dance out of the way. A slider in the dirt.
I agree. That's not, well, it hasn't been long in the big league level. No, that's basic. That goes back to before high school.
Dodgers trail by a run in the bottom of the 5th. Scherzer's 2-1 pitch. Ohtani pops it foul. Third base side. Count squares up 2-2. There have been some frustration, some growing pains for Pages, specifically on the base pass. We know the strides he has made in the outfield and certainly at the plate, but on the bases still some mistakes like that. Now the 2-2 pitch. Ohtani to right field, hit pretty well, running after it. It is down off the warning track, and it hops over the fence. An automatic ground rule double for Shohei Ohtani, and now how big is that base running blunder from Pages?
Yep, instead of second and third and 1 out, now you've got a runner at second and 2 outs.
A 2-out double from Ohtani. The tying run now in scoring position for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th. Mookie Betts to the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Scherzer out of the stretch. Betts, first pitch, high in the air, left field, back toward the wall. It is gone! Mookie Betts flips the scoreboard with a 2-run blast. A huge fist pump as he hits third base. A low high five for Dino Ebel. Mookie Betts puts the Dodgers in front 2-1.
A slider, and one of the hardest baseballs that Mookie Betts has hit in some time. And Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond, and your family jewelers since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
Now Freddie Freeman's turn. 2-1 LA. First pitch from Scherzer. Ball 1 inside.
It was a hanging breaking ball, and Betts hung it out over the left field fence.
First home run for Mookie Betts since the 5th of July. The pitch misses outside. 2-0 on Freeman. And it could not have come at a better time for Betts, who has shown signs of turning it around here on this homestand. From Tuesday up until now, he is 6 for his last 11. Ball 3 from Scherzer to Freeman. Two-1 Dodgers. Bases empty in the 5th, 2 down on 3-0. Freeman takes ball 4. The top of the order has been active here in the 5th.
And Scherzer, who did not walk a batter in each of his last 2 starts, that's the second free pass he's issued tonight. And Scherzer also number 10 in the home run department he's allowed.
Will Smith with Freeman on first, 2 outs. The Dodgers 2, the Blue Jays 1. Mookie Betts with a go-ahead home run following the 2-out double from Shohei Ohtani. Scherzer's first pitch to Smith. Line right center field. Running after it Varsho, and he covers the ground to make the catch. So Freeman is stranded, but not before Mookie Betts hits his first home run since July 5th. A 2-run home run to give the Dodgers a 2-1 lead on to the 6th here in LA.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Mookie Betts with the best drive of the game, brought to you by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com. Mookie Betts with a go-ahead. 2 out, 2-run home run in the bottom of the 5th. His first long ball since the 5th of July. It comes against his former teammate Max Scherzer. And he gives Clayton Kershaw the lead for the top of the 6th. Vladimir Guerrero leads off and watches a curve land in there. Strike 1.
Good hook.
Guerrero had 2 total strikeouts his last 7 games before tonight. Kershaw struck him out twice his first 2 trips up there today. Slider low. It's 1-1.
It's earlier since the All-Star break. Guerrero's hitting .378.
Kershaw's pitch, a slider down and inside. 2-1 the count on Guerrero Jr.
By the way, the Red Sox leading the Padres down south in San Diego, top of the 7th inning, 5-0.
Kershaw's 2-1 is in the dirt. Ball 3 against Guerrero.
We are in that period of time, Stephen, where you start to pay attention to games around the league.
No question about it, Mo.
And now it's wild card look as well.
3-1 from Kershaw to Guerrero is low. Ball 4, a leadoff walk. And that's the last thing Clayton Kershaw wanted to do. His offense just gave him a 2-1 lead, and he puts the tying run on with a free pass. Now Bo Bichette. When we talk about going in the time capsule to talk about Kershaw against Scherzer, let's go back for Kershaw against Bo Bichette. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It was Bichette's rookie year in 2019. The Blue Jays here in L.A. Bichette was the leadoff batter that day against Kershaw. The second pitch he saw from the future Hall of Famer was a fastball, and he didn't miss. A home run to left field. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Strike 2, a curveball from Kershaw. Well, it's appropriate timing because the second AB for Bichette in that game against Kershaw as a rookie, first time he saw a Kershaw curve, Bichette's knees buckled, turned into jelly, and all he did was laugh in the batter's box in the dugout because he'd never seen something like that. Now the here and now, an 0-2 pitch. Bichette hits it down the left field line, hooking foul.
There's sometimes you come up to the big leagues and they'll tell you, hey, this guy's got a good curveball. And then you see that one pitcher or 2 pitchers or 3 that their curveball is something like you've never seen before.
The pitch. That slash foul into the net on the first base side. Remains 0-2.
And the difference is that you have a tendency when you get a guy that, has a great curveball. And how many times have we seen Kershaw start that curveball? Hitters give up on it because they think it's too high. There's no way it can come down to the strike zone. Wrong.
0-2 again in the dirt. Well blocked by Smith. It bounces back in front of the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Skip Schumacher's told this story before. That was Clayton Kershaw's first career strikeout. He said a day game against Clayton Kershaw here at Dodger Stadium, the curveball literally goes into the sun, it seems. And then it falls out of nowhere, and you're looking back and you got strike 3 called against you. With Guerrero on first and nobody out in the 6th. A 1-2 pitch on the ground. Picked up by Betts. He goes to Freeland. Here's the turn. That's 2. Clayton Kershaw induces yet another Blue Jay double play. Wipes the bags clear. Puts 2 outs on the board here in the 6th.
Well, that's not a bad angle, and especially the ball club that puts the ball in the play in a very high percentage of times. 3rd double play of the night.
Kershaw now at 72 pitches, 2 outs, bases empty in the 6th, 2-1 LA. Ball 1 well inside on the right-handed hitting catcher Alejandro Kirk, who's 0 for 2.
Kirk out of Tijuana.
Oh, swung on and chopped to third. Muncy charges, has it in the glove cleanly, sets and throws. It's there to Freddie Freeman. And Clayton Kershaw faces the minimum in the 6th after the leadoff walk, a double play, and a ground out. A shutdown 6th inning preserves a 2-1 Dodger lead.
You're a champion of sportsmanship, Sagittarius, but you have a tendency to get heated if a call doesn't go your way. Learning how to shake off annoyances on the diamond will help you stay focused and see the bigger picture of the game. Channel your frustration into playing even harder, and you'll come out on top.
Broadcast booth.
Streaming right to your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
2-1 Dodgers, bottom of the 6th. Feature Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, and Michael Conforto. Max Scherzer still out there for Toronto. First pitch of the inning. Muncy stares at a ball low. Mookie Betts with a go-ahead 2-out, 2-run home run in the 5th. Give the Dodgers the lead. The pitch. Once he checks his swing, and he held up on ball 2. An epic way for the Dodgers to snap their offense's scoreless drought. And went into the 5th inning, having put up goose eggs in the last 9 innings of offense. On a 2-0, Muncy takes ball 3 inside. The duel continues for Kershaw and Scherzer. And the latter finds a strike against Muncy. A fastball on the outside corner. 3-1 now. Teammates for a moment in time. Kershaw and Scherzer. Second half of the 2021 season. The 3-1 pitch. Muncy swings and chops it foul into the Blue Jay dugout. Count's now full. The hardworking Chevy Silverado is built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today, or you can go shopping at SoCalChevy.com. 3-2 on the leadoff Dodger Muncy. Here's the payoff from Scherzer. Outside, check swing, he held up, ball 4. A leadoff walk to Muncy, and there's another free pass issued by Scherzer, the second to Max tonight, third in the game.
Yeah, and again, 3 tonight, but over the last 2 outings, Scherzer did not walk 1. You can tell that Kershaw is going to be out of the game. Why? He's smiling and laughing and giving. So the Dodger bullpen active, and so is the Toronto bullpen right now.
Teoscar Hernandez pushed the high fly ball to right field. In front of the warning track is Straw. He makes the catch, and that's out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Michael Conforto back to the plate. Hitless in his first 2 tries. Struck out swinging his most previous at bat. Muncy on first, 1 out in the 6th, the Dodgers 2, and the Blue Jays 1. Sun fully set here in LA. Still a breeze blowing, but the temperature's in the mid-70s. Ball 1 up and in on Conforto. Stars and stripes, and the maple leaf. 2 flags beyond center field, blowing ever so slightly to straightaway center. Scherzer out of the stretch. Misses upstairs. Ball 2 on Conforto. Mentioned Conforto's history against Max Scherzer. Entered tonight, hitting .308 lifetime and 39 ABs against Scherzer with 4 home runs. Did strike out 15 times, but knows how to get to Max Scherzer. 2-0. Conforto fouls away a strike. It was a slider in the heart of the plate. Talking to Michael about that, he said the key for him early in his career is just be ready for the fastball, because if he gets in front of you, then a whole number of possibilities open up for Scherzer, and that's not where you want to be as a hitter. The 2-1 pitch from Scherzer to Conforto. Slash foul on the left field side. That evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, you may be anticipating a certain pitch, whether it be a fastball or a slider, depending upon the history and the scouting report that you have. But when it all comes down to it, with 2 strikes in particular, all times you better be geared for the fastball. You can always slow things down. It's impossible to speed things up if you're looking for changeup.
1 on, 1 out, the 2-2. Conforto with a sword and strike 3. And that's out number 2 in the 6th, the 4th punch out for Scherzer in the ballgame.
I get the feeling he's probably looking for something off speed there, because that was a fastball, 94 miles an hour.
He just sort of waved at it. Not sure if he was just trying to poke it foul to see another day, but either way, he whiffed. So now it's up to Andy Pages. Muncy on first, 2 outs in the 6th. The Dodgers up by a run. First pitch swung on and fouled back. Strike 1. Pages singled his last plate appearance. He was the leadoff batter in the 5th. Then Alex Freeland popped up, foul ground, first base side, near the Blue Jays on deck circle. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. fielded it. Pages slid into second safely because he was running on the pitch. But he got up and didn't find a coach until it was way too late. Tried to run back from second to first, but Guerrero threw over to Clement, who was covering the bag, and that was a double play. And then Ohtani would double, and then Betts would homer. So it basically cost the Dodgers a run. On the 0-1, Pages watches a breaking ball way outside. Muncy still on first after the leadoff walk. Now 2 out. 1-1, Pages fouls strike 2 into the net behind home plate. Pages with 4 hits his last 3 games. Trying to warm the bat back up again. Behind in the count. Scherzer kicks and deals, and Pages spoils it. Fouls it into the net next to the Dodger dugout. Count remains 1-2. Max Scherzer approaching 100 pitches. He's at 95 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Really some effort that we have seen from the 2 old guys. Easy for me to say because neither of them can hear me.
Oh, they'll hear about it.
Another 1-2 pitch coming from Scherzer to Andy Pages. Line foul, third base side. Please don't tell them.
I won't have to.
Muncy waiting on first base. He would like to run. There are 2 outs in the inning. Dodgers trying to extend this 2-1 lead. Another 1-2 pitch from Scherzer to Pages. It is in the dirt. Square count 2-2. Scherzer deals. Pages waves at strike 3. Tried to check his swing, could not. A slider low and outside. Back-to-back Ks for Scherzer to strand the leadoff walk of Muncy. After 6 full innings at Dodger Stadium, it's the Dodgers 2 and the Blue Jays 1.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards? What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.
St. Louis Cardinals, one of the cleanest jerseys in the game. I've always felt that way. And, the birds on the bat, just an iconic logo. I mean, look how rich that yellowish gold is in the bat. All the stitching with the birds. I've just always thought it's one of the best looks in the game. 35 is the number I wore in my Major League debut. I actually think this might be the jersey from my Major League debut. So that was 2010, May 29th.
Official home.
Dodgers make their first pitching change. Brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 2-1 lead, top of the seventh. Here's Anthony Banda replacing Clayton Kershaw. And the lefty's first pitch is a fastball low. Ball one to Addison Barger. 6, 7, and 8 coming up for Toronto. And how about this? The pitchers' duel we are all excited to see. The battle of the future first ballot unanimous Hall of Famers, Clayton Kershaw against Max Scherzer. And they went toe-to-toe, stood in the ring and slugged it out for 6 innings. The Dodgers with a 2-run home run from Mookie Betts off Scherzer, and Clayton Kershaw gave up 7 hits, but just the 1 run. A 1-1 from Banda. Check swing. Ball 2. Two-one pitch, swung on, foul back, strike 2, squares the count. When Randy Johnson and Greg Maddux were scratched for a Diamondback Dodger game back in September of 2008, it was a pair of rookies, Max Scherzer and Clayton Kershaw, stepped in. And at the time, Vin Scully put it, quote, "Under the headline and heading of the best laid plans of mice and men, we have a 24-year-old Scherzer with no wins and a 20-year-old Kershaw with 3. What a difference a day makes," end quote. And what a difference 17-plus years makes. Bonda's 2-2, strike 3 swinging. Gets Barger for the first out of the 7th. Because in the years since, Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer have combined to win 6 Cy Young Awards, 4 World Series, 435 games. They have racked up nearly 6,500 strikeouts, and they have made nearly 20 combined all-star selections, with 19 between the two of them. What a ride it's been watching these two legends. Foul ball back off the bat of Ty France, strike 1.
Well, and the other part, too, is for Scherzer, 6 innings tonight. It looks like he is going to be done. 2,925 innings he has pitched. Kershaw went 6, 2,814 and a third innings pitched.
Ball went upstairs and even count.
I looked up 3 starts ago. Kershaw in his career has thrown over 42,000 pitches. Now that's just in the games.
Wow.
That's to hitters. That's not all the bullpens. That's not all the sides. That's not spring training.
1-1 fouled over the net. Banda jumps in front.
That's why baseball, I think, too, Stephen, has looked and they see the analysis, they see injuries, and say, hey, look, now the rosters are 26. You add that extra pitcher in the bullpen. There's not a necessity to constantly go to that starter and say, look, a complete game.
On a 1-2, Banda misses high.
So it's, the fact that both approaching, Scherzer's closer to 3,000 innings pitched. Kershaw is close to 2,810.
Bonda misses again with a fastball inside. Full count on France.
But both remarkable careers. And, since they matched up together back in 2008, you think they'll be making speeches in Cooperstown in the same evening?
I was going to piggyback you and say, as we watch this payoff pitch from Bonda, France fouls it into the net. Wouldn't it be cool if they went into the same Hall of Fame
The question
class?
is, who retires first?
My guess would be Clayton Kershaw. My guess, but again, I don't know. I think again you're eligible for the Hall of Fame 5 years after retirement. Another 3-2 pitch. France with a high fly ball, left field. Conforto waiting for it in front of the warning track. That's out number 2 in the 7th. The Dodgers up on Toronto 2-1. This inning brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. I mean, you have these two. Justin Verlander could be a part of that same class. I mean, you think back a few years, it was Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson, swinging a miss, strike one on Dalton Varsho, and Smoltz. I believe that was the threesome that went in there. I mean, that's a trio right there. And so Kershaw, Scherzer, and Verlander, that could be that could be as well. Ball one from Bonda.
Well, that trio that you mentioned, that's a lot of 0 for 4s.
A lot of 0 for 4s.
Yeah, if you're a hitter.
Bonda's 1-1. Varsho watches a slider miss just outside. 2-1. 2-1 the scoreboard. The Dodgers on top of Toronto, top of the 7th. 2 outs and the base is clear. Varsho's 2 for 2 so far with a couple of base hits in the 8th spot of their order. Swings and fouls, strike 2 off the plate. Now the count is even. Yeah, it was the class of 2015, Dwayne McDonald reminds us. We saw Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson, and John Smoltz. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Of course, we are appreciating the now tonight, the chance to watch these two go at it. 2-2, and Varsho goes down to get it. Just pulls it into right field for a 2-out, 2-strike single. Tying run on for the Blue Jays in the 7th.
Well, part of the now also, bottom of the 8th down in San Diego, and Red Sox 5-0 over the Padres.
Here comes Dave Roberts, calls down to the bullpen. Dodgers making another pitching change. Tying run on for the Blue Jays after Varsho's single. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Ben Kasparius will come on to face the next Jay when we come back on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
At Verizon.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Casparius comes out of the bullpen. Pitching change presented by Navient, HVAC and water heater products. Instead of Miles Straw, it'll be a pinch hitting Nathan Lucas. Lukes. Lucas batting .261 this year, an OPS of .775 in 90 games. He has 21 extra base hits and 49 runs batted in. He does have a 4-game hit streak as well as a 4-game RBI streak. He's the batter for the Blue Jays with 2 outs and the tying run on first base. Dalton Varsho there after a 2-out, 2-strike single off Anthony Bonda. The Dodgers trying to hang on here, leading the series opener 2-1. 6 through 8 in the Toronto order, Mo. I mean, it seems like every time they get up to the plate, they're getting on base.
Yeah, bottom part has done an amazing job. 6 for 9 and knocked in their lone run.
First pitch from Casparius. Ball 1. Fastball upstairs at 94. So Lucas steps in for Straw with 2 outs and a runner on in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch. A little flare into Freddie Freeman's glove. A broken bat, soft line drive, and that's the final out of the 7th inning. So mission accomplished for Casparius. 2-1 Dodgers as we go to the 7th inning stretch in L.A.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
The legacy continues.
At Dodger Stadium, 9-1-2 due up for the Dodgers. Alex Freeland, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts. Pitching change for Toronto brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. It's the left-hander Brendan Little, their top lefty in the bullpen. First pitch, ball 1, up and away to Freeland. Now batting from the right side, the switch hitter facing the left-handed Little. Sellout crowd here at Dodger Stadium, enjoying the home team's 2-1 lead, and would love to get some breathing room for the last couple innings. Little misses outside again, this time low in the dirt. Ball 2. Freeland is 0 for 2 at the plate, but he made a spectacular play in the field and the top of the 5th to take away a blue base hit. On 2-0, Little kicks and fires and misses outside, ball 3. Both of the Blue Jay lefties, well, they are unique and funky looks for a hitter in the batter's box. I mean, Little close stance, right foot on the first base side of the rubber. His 3-0 pitch to Freeland, down and in. A 4-pitch leadoff walk for the rookie, getting on for Shohei Ohtani.
Well, that's something you just don't want to do. You want to keep the bases empty with Ohtani coming up.
Little, the first reliever out of the Toronto bullpen. 6 innings for Max Scherzer. 2 runs on 6 hits. Most notably, the home run to Mookie Betts. Walked 3, struck out 5. Ohtani swings at the first pitch, bounces to first. Off the glove of Guerrero and dribbles into right field. Freeland hustling over to third. He is there standing up without a throw. The Dodgers have them cornered with nobody out in the 7th.
Freeland had not even put his sliding glove on. He was holding it in his right hand. A lead by Guerrero off the top of his first baseman's mitt, and that changed the direction of the baseball. And Clement could not reverse course.
So Ohtani with a 3-hit night. So now, first and third, nobody out. Mookie Betts back to the plate for the first time since his go-ahead home run off Scherzer back in the 5th. The first pitch from Little. Betts takes outside, ball 1. That 5th inning blast came with 2 outs, and it was Mookie's first home run since July 5th. Little has the pitch, closes his stance, looks at Ohtani, comes home to Betts, and misses up and away, ball 2.
Outfield straight away, as you mentioned, the infield's playing in tightly. They feel they need to cut off this run. They figure it's going to be a low-scoring game, 2-1 at the present time.
Freeland on third, Ohtani on first. 2-1 Dodgers, bottom of the 7th. The 1-1, Mookie on the ground, left side, stopped by Bichette on the backhand. He throws falling away to come home, and Freeland safe. Head first slide. Kirk placed the tag toward the back legs. The catcher wants the Blue Jays to challenge. Bichette, the fact that he made it close is notable. The infield was in for Toronto. He threw home falling away. Freeland's legs came up, but the ruling on the field is that he was safe. The Blue Jays will challenge.
Well, an impossible throw. Right hand was on the plate. The catch was made, and the tag was on the left ankle. It looked like the hand was there before the tag was made. Incredible throw by Bichette. The infield was not really with their toes on the infield grass. They were back a ways, but the fact that Bichette could make that throw as he was off balance and taking his seat after knocking that ball down.
The fans reacting to the replay on Dodger Vision. Let's get the official call.
After review, the call in the field's confirmed the runner is safe.
Important language. Not stands, confirmed. I mean, Freeland's cleat hit Kirk's glove before the ball did, and then the ball found it. So that's what the Blue Jays were challenging. Maybe they get lucky with the call. But Freeland's right hand had already touched the corner of the plate. So Mookie Betts with another RBI. The Dodgers push their lead. It's 3-1. First and second. Still no outs in the 7th. Freddie Freeman is the batter. Freddie is 0 for 2. He has a walk tonight as well. First pitch, ball 1 inside. And Little hasn't thrown nearly enough strikes to the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 7th. Brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Little looks back at Ohtani, comes home to Freeman. Misses inside again, ball 2.
Back-to-back curveballs that missed.
That was his 10th pitch. He has just 3 strikes. The 2-0. Inside again. Ball 3. Nobody out. Will Smith in the on-deck circle. The Dodgers have a chance here to really give themselves some cushion. On 3-0, Freddie has to jump out of the way of ball 4. Another 4-pitch walk from Little in this inning. And that's going to be all. John Schneider, the manager, has seen enough. And that's a smart decision. 12 pitches from Little, only 3 strikes. The bases are loaded for the Dodgers. There are nobody out in the inning. The lead is 2. Will they add more? Will Smith coming to the plate with the bases loaded when we come back on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
Hope.
We're supercharging big flips. Think fast. Woo-hoo! Yes! Boat Squad, you're up. Whoa. This calls for a flip in a tail land.
Roger, roger. Prepare for landing.
Yeah! Show us your best brick shots. Your city, no limits. New Lego City sets out now.
Dog Chow.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members to the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers have added to the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. It is 3-1 LA. They have loaded the bases. There's still no outs. Louis Varland, surprising acquisition at the deadline for the Blue Jays, faces Will Smith and misses with ball 1 low and outside. The infield is in for Toronto.
Base runners, watch out for the line drive. Make sure that the ball is hit through the infield.
The pitch. Low and outside. Ball 2. No Blue Jay, doesn't matter their name or the hand that they pitch with, can find the strike zone here in the 7th. Varland was a part of the Minnesota Twins fire sale ahead of the deadline. Thrust into a division race in the American League East. On a 2-0 pitch, Smith takes. There is a strike from Varland. RBI fielder's choice from Mookie Betts has made it 3-1. Betts is on second, Ohtani on third, Freeman on first. Dodgers all around, nobody out. The 2-1, Smith takes ball 3. That just missed the outside corner, but not by much, if at all. Smith asks for time. 53,825. 21st sellout at Dodger Stadium this year. Loud and engaged. Here in the home half of the 7th inning. They want a crooked number and a bigger lead. All parties are set. 3 balls and a strike. Varland kicks and fires. Smith swings through. Strike 2.
You normally don't see gigantic swings from Will Smith. So we just saw one right there. 3-1 was to his liking. But now goes into a different mode as far as protecting the strike zone.
The payoff pitch is ball 4. A bases loaded walk brings home another Dodger. Here comes Ohtani. It's now 4-1. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
The bases remain loaded for Mr. Grand Slam, Max Muncy. Still no outs in the 7th. First pitch fouled over the net. Right to the front of the Spanish radio booth. Hopefully Jose Mota and Cochito Cruz are all right. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Blue Jays 1. Muncy with 8 career grand slams. On an 0-1 pitch, he swings and dribbles one foul off the Blue Jays dugout. Quickly 0-2.
Spot, keep the ball off the ground. Don't want the double play. Blue Jays ground ball. They're set up to throw the ball home.
The 0-2 pitch. Chop foul. Muncy stays alive. Betts on third, Freeman on second, Smith on first. The Dodgers with 2 runs already in this 7th, and they have 3 outs still to get more. Muncy has been aboard twice tonight, both via the walk. Another 0-2 from Varland. Upstairs and outside. Check swing, and Muncy held up. The fastball's at 99 from Varland. Varland out of the stretch. The pitch in the dirt. Well blocked by Kirk. Count even 2-2.
Came back with the curveball. He's not thrown the curveball for a strike in the 2 batters. He missed to Will Smith.
Be careful of Max Muncy if you want to throw him a fastball. The 2-2. Blew it by him, swing and a miss. The fastball is at 99, and Muncy couldn't catch up to it. A strikeout gives the Dodgers 1 out in the 7th.
Hey, friends, something's coming up soon. Shohei Ohtani 50-50 bobblehead night takes place on the 27th of this month. The Reds will be in town, and fans will take home the second of 2 Ohtani 50-50 bobbleheads this season, presented by Tokyo Electron. Come on, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Still loaded now, 1 out. Teoscar Hernandez swings at the first pitch and fouls, strike 1 into the Loge level on the first base side. The Dodgers leading by 3, 4-1 ahead of Toronto. On this 0-1, Hernandez takes 100 outside, ball 1. You see the frustrations building for the Blue Jays, especially the catcher Alejandro Kirk. He is not liking the fact that John Lipka is calling the pitches off the plate away balls. On a 1-1, Teoscar Hernandez hits a high fly ball right center field on the warning track. Varsho makes the catch. Betts is tagging at third. He will score. Sacrifice fly for Teoscar Hernandez. Job done. 5-1. Ready advance from second to third on the play. And Teoscar Hernandez just missed.
Well, this is what the Dodgers have done best. They've gotten away from it for a while. You know, since the 1st of July, 13-17 the record. But this is what the Dodgers have been able to do. Oh, yes, they've been added by walks. No question about that. But a lot of reasons for it. They were not expanding the strike zone.
First and third, now 2 outs. The Dodgers lead is 4. Michael Conforto is the 8th Dodger to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Meanwhile, in San Diego, the deficit has grown for those Padres, Mo.
Yep, 8-0. Bottom of the 8th, Padres are batting.
8-0 Boston. And the Padres do have 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. The 0-1 to Conforto. Wind into the glove of Vlad Guerrero Jr. He just saved another run. Tough luck for Conforto, but a crooked number for the Dodgers in the 7th. They score 3 and take a 5-1 lead to the 8th.
AM 570.
Ben Caspary is back on the mound. Some changes behind him. Now playing center field, making his major league debut, Justin Dean. So congratulations to Justin and the Dean family. Andy Pajes kicks over to right. Teoscar Hernandez is out of the ballgame. Justin Dean, a 28-year-old rookie from South Carolina. Former 17th round pick of Atlanta in 2018. Played a few years in the Mexican League. Actually played against Louis Cruz, our dear friend next door. Product of Lenore-Rhine University in Hickory, North Carolina. Dean comes to Los Angeles by way of Malden, South Carolina. Casparius with strike 1 to a pinch hitting Joey Loper-Fido. Leadoff batter in the top of the 8th inning. Kasperius has strike two. Breaking ball in the outside corner. Nice pitch. Another change in the outfield. Alex Call replaces Michael Conforto in left. So the Dodgers going with their defensive alignment. And Justin Dean, he can really cover some ground. He takes a lot of pride in the glove work. On an 0-2 pitch, Loperfido watches ball one outside.
Yeah, Dave Roberts is asked by the members of the media about 3:30, 4 o'clock today. He said, "What can you tell us about Dean?" He goes, "He can go get it."
Ball and 2 strikes. Kasperius deals, and Loperfido sees a ball in the dirt. 2-2 the count now. As you can imagine, it was a whirlwind for Justin Dean. Talked to him before the game today. Flew in from El Paso last night. That's where the OKC Comets, the Dodgers AAA affiliate, was visiting in El Paso, Texas. So he came from El Paso to L.A. Kasperius, fastball just missed downstairs, full count. First time he has ever been to Dodger Stadium today. Came to the ballpark, he was walking up the steps, and then that's where it hit him. Payoff pitch. That's hit foul. Third base side in the Loge level, 10 rows up. Full count remains on Loperfido.
We've been around the stadium a long time. Imagine his view right now. To me, it's the best view of any ballpark in baseball. From center field looking up.
3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Froze him with a pitch at the top of the strike zone. One gone for Kasperius and the Dodgers in the top of the 8th.
And Stephen, I've said this before. That view that Mr. Dean is having right now in his major league debut. You know, there's special events that take place from time to time, and I will tell people, say, look, turn around and look. Everybody understands this is a very large stadium. Over 53,000 a house tonight. You get out there and look up, it's gigantic.
First pitch popped up, first base side, foul ground. Freddie Freeman trotting over into the first base coach's box. Out number 2-1 pitch for Kasperius in the top of the 8th.
The other thing that you do is you look to your left and your right, and you're in center field. So wait, there's only 3 of us covering all this territory?
Yep. But with those 3, the Dodgers are covered quite well.
And that's an advantage. It's not a toy that Dave Roberts has that's available now, but it's an important structure of what he can do defensively in tight games.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. takes a strike, 96 from Kasperius.
And I think, Dave, you look at it, he's not trusting that 5-1 lead. We're in the 8th inning. This is a ball club, the Toronto Blue Jays, that can score a lot of runs. Just ask the Rockies recently.
The 0-1, Guerrero jumps out of the way of a ball inside. Top of the 8th inning brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun food and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. On a 1-1 pitch, Guerrero sees Kasperius miss outside, ball 2.
That series that Blue Jays had in Denver, the only people that did not score runs were the bus drivers.
And even then, I'm not sure.
And they got good jumps.
I got to double check the box scores. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good cutter from Kasperius away from the right-handed hitting Guerrero. Needs one more strike. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 8th, 5-1 LA. The move for Justin Dean, Esteury Ruiz was optioned back to AAA. So Dean in his major league debut out in center field, watching this 2-2. And Guerrero just flips the bat out. Diving attempt from Dean. And he can't get the catch. It goes all the way to the wall. And it's a 2-out stand-up double for Vlad Guerrero Jr. I mean, Guerrero just did what his old man did all the time. Just threw the bat out there. And he flicked a gapper into right field. And Justin Dean came over a long way. Really a tremendous attempt. But if he would have caught that, that would have been truly unbelievable.
Well, he got much closer than I thought he even had a chance to get.
Same. A 2-out runner in scoring position. Now Bo Bichette. First pitch swinging and missing. Strike 1. A high cutter from Kasperius. 5-1, the Dodgers on top. They need 4 more outs to start this series with a win. Kasperius out of the stretch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And a high cutter, and with a low slider. Changing speeds and eye levels. The jump in front of Bichette. No balls, 2 strikes. Sparris looks back at Guerrero. Comes home. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. Padres have finally gotten on the board against Boston. It's 8-2 Red Sox now. The bases loaded for San Diego with only one out. Fernando Tatis Jr. coming to the plate. Back here in L.A., runner on second, 2 out. A 1-2 from Casparius. Strike 3 swinging. Got Bichette to chase a slider that wasn't even close. Bichette, frustrated, tosses his equipment. And they strand Guerrero on second. In the middle of the 8th, it's the Dodgers 5 and the Blue Jays 1.
LA's best sport.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Tonight's game is brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Dodgers on top of Toronto, 5-1. Bottom of the 8th, so 3 outs to get some more insurance runs. Andy Pages, Alex Freeland, and Shohei Ohtani, the scheduled hitters. Mason Fluharty, lefty, comes out of the pen. First pitch, chopped to third. Barger sets and throws. It's low, but it's picked by Guerrero. 1 out on 1 pitch for Fluharty in the 8th. Alex Freeland back to the plate. He led off the bottom of the 7th when the Dodgers pushed the lead from 2-1 to 5-1. Started with a 4-pitch walk issued by Little. Ohtani then singled. Mookie Betts then RBI fielder's choice. Freddie Freeman walked to load the bases. Will Smith with a bases loaded walk, and then Teoscar Hernandez would add 1 on a sac fly. High fly ball left center field. Varsho on the cut of the warning track reaches up and has out number 2 in the 8th.
Well, it can help celebrate Mookie Betts' World Champion Ring Night. When? August 25th. That's when the Reds are in town. First 40,000 fans will get a special Mookie Betts Championship ring presented by Toyo Tires. Make plans to join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Shohei Ohtani. He's 3 for 4 as he steps in with 2 outs and the bases empty. First pitch, ball 1 upstairs from Fluharty. 3 hits, 2 runs scored. Ohtani is now recorded a hit in each of the first 7 games in the month of August. The pitch is in there for a strike to even the count. On a 1-1, Ohtani pulls the trigger, breaking ball low. Ohtani and Betts atop the order. They're a combined 5 for 8 with 4 runs scored. Fluharty's 2-1 pitch. Ohtani swings through a strike. It would have been ball 3 inside, a foot and a half off the plate. Ohtani tried to turn on it. He could not. Video board showed the family of late Kobe Bryant, wife Vanessa, and her daughters. Had a great hand here. Is Kobe Bryant bobblehead night here at Dodger Stadium. That's why, part of the reason why you got a sellout crowd here, as Fluharty misses with ball 3. It fills the count against Ohtani. "5-1 Dodgers. Here comes the payoff. Ohtani fouls it back. See at least one more. Another 3-2. Strike 3 swinging. Good pitch from Fluharty. Pitches a scoreless and 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th. So we go to the 9th. Blake Trinan will come in with the Dodgers on top of Toronto 5-1, 3 outs away from a victory.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face. He really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Top of the 9th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. Remember, that's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Dodgers 5, Blue Jays 1. Top of the 9th inning, Blake Trinan on for the 12th time this year. 9 2/3 innings, 15 strikeouts, 7 walks. Trying to get the last 3 outs of the game and pitch the Dodgers to a win. His first pitch, his ball went outside. It is at 97 miles per hour, but it's been the location for Trinan after a lengthy stay on the injured list mode. The command hasn't been there for Blake. A 1-0 to Alejandro Kirk. On the ground, right side, picked up by Alex Freeland going to his left. Well played by the second baseman. 1 gone in the 9th.
And this is the perfect time to bring him in and try and get it straightened out.
And nobody's really concerned or sweating Blake Trinan. Nope. Again, you're on the injured list for that long as a reliever. And Blake Trinan, he could spin the ball so well. And so it's just a matter about getting back into the game, getting comfortable, your timing, your mechanics, getting back in rhythm. That could take some time. Ball 1 away from Addison Barger, left-handed hitter, is 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of singles and an RBI. 5-1 Dodgers. Base is empty, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Trinan misses upstairs with a cutter. 2-0. Trinan kicks and fires. Barger sees a strike down the middle. Trinan sets, ball at the belly button. The 2-1. Swung on and chop foul, first base side. That'll even the count 2-2. And tomorrow you're looking at Blake Snell for the Dodgers opposite Chris Bassett for the Blue Jays. A couple of left-handers, or excuse me, a couple of veteran pitchers. One lefty for the Dodgers, and Bassett, of course, righty for the Jays. Trinan ready for a 2-2 pitch. Barger hits it foul toward the Dodgers on deck circle. Red Sox have added to their lead. 10-2 Boston, top of the ninth inning in San Diego. Another 2-2 from Blake Trinan to Addison Barger on the ground. A one-hopper to Alex Freeman. Handles it on the cut of the grass. Easy throw over to Freddie Freeman. That's out number 2. One more to go. Now the DH in the 7th spot of the order, Ty France. Like Louis Varland, acquired from the Minnesota Twins before the deadline. France is 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit. First pitch from Trinan is at the knees, called strike 1. And the pitch from Trinan. Breaking ball outside. Check swing, but the Dodgers aren't going to appeal. And even a 1-1 count. This game started with former teammates and future Hall of Famers Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer toeing the slab, and they went toe-to-toe for 6 strong innings, each of them. Trinan misses inside. 2 balls and a strike on France. Blue Jays had 7 hits off Kershaw, but just 1 run. Scherzer gave up a big hit. Go ahead 2-run home run for Mookie Betts. And then the Dodgers added 3 more. So it's a 5-1 lead. They're an out away from a victory. They'll have to win another batter as France slices a base hit in the right field with 2 outs in the 9th inning to extend the game.
Dodgers will not hold him at first base. Freeman is going to play back deep.
And the lefty hitter standing in there, the former Arizona Diamondback Dalton Varsho. He is 3 for 3 tonight as the number 8 hitter. All 3 hits have been singles. France to second, as you alluded to. The Dodgers indifferent to that. His run doesn't matter. They're up by 4. First pitch strike from Trinan. Toronto's had a base runner in every inning of this game except the first, but only 1 run across. They are out hitting the Dodgers 10-7. High in the air, right center field. Justin Dean calling off Andy Pajes. He makes the catch, and that's a win for LA. The Dodgers take the series opener from the Toronto Blue Jays by a final of 5-1. We'll step aside for a moment, come back and put a bow on a Dodger victory here on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey, it's Freddie Freeman for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. U.S. News and World Report has once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California and ranked in the top 10 nationally for pediatrics. With clinical excellence, breakthrough research, and world-class expertise, CHLA is the league leader for kids. Whether it's routine care or life-saving treatment, families turn to Children's Hospital Los Angeles when the stakes are high. Find an all-star doctor today at chla.org.
Eric Dickerson here for my favorite spot in the desert, Spotlight 29.
When you're in the Coachella Valley, nobody brings